issues. Really awesome. Today I'm trying to bring Brewster into Miitopia on my other account so we can have like a little look around, because obviously, as you can tell, this is what I'm doing. So right now we're gonna go on to Brewster and go on to makeup, because obviously this is where I'm gonna tell you how it's done. So if you go on to other, I think that means foundation. That's it. But obviously, roughly where I would go would be about there, because that's Brewster, alright, isn't it? Don't you think that looks like Brewster? Well, it does look like that to me. But obviously, looking for nose colour, right, that's the yellow, so I'm gonna go on to there. There you go, look, there's Brewster for you. Obviously, I wanted to show you what he actually looked like in the games. This is how I made him look like. So what you gotta do, make sure you go onto foundations. So first off, I'll give you guys a few minutes to look at the foundation part when it comes to looking at Bruce's colour sort of scheme, right? After you've done the foundation part, go on to nose colour, and obviously that's the one down below. But obviously it might take you a long time to scroll down in that stuff. And obviously I'll give you probably around 5 minutes to do this, because you might accidentally get the wrong colour by accident. Because obviously there's a big variety of colours. I know what I mean. It does sometimes frustrate you sometimes. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes. So please pause the video for 5 minutes, and obviously I will get to the next part, okay? After you've done that, as you can see, Brewster looks so cool, doesn't he? But obviously we don't know what jobs it will suit him. So this is what I'm sort of kind of think about. Is if I do show you which classes you're actually shooting, even if it was like a pop star, warrior, or anything else, I'll find out if it actually suits him or not. But obviously I know what his personality will have to be from me. He's quite laid back, isn't he? He's quite chill, because every time you go into the roost on Animal Crossing New Horizons, he's actually chill, but even though he's a bit shy at times, because he doesn't really talk to Tom Nook or anything. He doesn't even chat to everyone, does he, these days? So you can say that, really. So I recommend, going for laid back as his personality. So obviously, let's see what classes you'll actually suit him with, and obviously I'll do it in a moment's time, okay? By the way, this is the class that I've gone with. I was thinking Flower might suit him that well, so this is one that I've gone with. But obviously, as you can tell by his personality, it says laid back. Because obviously he is laid back, isn't he? In Animal Crossing New Horizons, so that's what I went with. But obviously, as you can tell, I did give him a war cry, so it's called Watch Out, Brewster. And that was quite a good one. That was one that I went with. His favourite food is rock candy, which is quite nice in the game. Even though there's a few foods that you could discover in Miitopia, which makes me laugh. And his best friend is a dollar, which is quite sweet, isn't it? Because sometimes you never know with your mood characters. They do have these funny reactions that do make me laugh sometimes. So, yeah, I can tell you that. But obviously, I'll try and find some screenshots of our characters in different roles and see if you're fitting them, just to be on the safe side, okay? I did find a picture of the tank, and I was thinking, imagine Brewster being the tank. He'll look so cool in it, and plus, he'll look so different from everybody else, even though he might look a bit smaller for everybody else. Because obviously, if you look at Brewster's size, he might be a bit bigger because he's a tank, but obviously, there's a lot of advantages to being a tank, which is that you can shoot everybody, but one of the bad ones is that if they actually could plonk someone into the battle, then there's a lot of consequences. So I'm thinking if it was Brewster, because he's got that laid-back personality, it might not suit, the tank really well. So who knows? Whatever one you guys go with, just think to yourselves, what would Brewster suit him the most? Well, it might not be the tank, but it might be the warrior. So who knows? Let's get to the next one, shall we? The next one we have is the cleric. Obviously, I'm trying to think, do you think Brewster would fit the cleric? I think he would, but obviously, at the same time, would he actually heal everybody up? I think he would, but I'm not really sure if that will suit him out when it comes to his laid-back personality. But at the end of the day, I think he could be a good cleric because Brewster cares. He has a lot of faith in everybody else. And plus, he has a lot of empathy when it comes to, everyone, needs, to restore their health or something. Because sometimes when you see a cleric, they do a really good job, don't they? You definitely need a cleric on your team, but who would you pick? Brewster or somebody else? I still recommend Brewster, though, because I feel like he'll be a good healer. And plus, sometimes when you look at clerics, they've got a lot of good abilities that you can, heal everybody without using one of your sprinkles, for example. So, yeah, I recommend him being a cleric. So, please go for cleric for him, alright? Because I'll be really happy if you guys did, alright? I can imagine Brewster being, the one who says they're a warrior when it comes to like saving a princess or something, because every time you look at a warrior, they do have that sort of thing, don't they? But obviously, I know that his personality might be a good fit for a warrior. That I will say that, because if you look at warriors, you can have a cautious one and maybe a cool one, but it depends if it fits the actual job role, you know. But for me, I'm thinking if it doesn't fit the job role, then we don't consider it. But if you guys do want to make him a warrior, then feel free. I don't care. It's all right with me. So let's get back to it, shall we? Well, pretty much of this video. Well, that was a lot of things I had to talk about today, but it was quite good, wasn't it? I was showing you what classes he would, you know, like job classes that he would actually suit in. Well, that was quite good. And what personality would he suit? But obviously, as we know, he's laid back. Make sure to leave a like on this video. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, because there's a variety of content that I've got on my channel which involves Animal Crossing and Miitopia content. There's a lot of things I do on this channel, but obviously once I get to 50 subscribers, we'll do like, you know, probably like a special video, which is what I can't wait to do. So stay tuned for that. And also turn notifications for Animal Crossing and Miitopia content from me. That's all I can say. Goodbye from Animal Crossing. I'll see you in the next one. So bye.